let's have a look at this set. So the recruitment test of a company had several questions. 3 candidates, namely Rohan, Tarun, and Anup, appear for the test. Now these tests had 4 sections, A, B, C, and D, and candidate is awarded 2, 3, 5, and 6 marks for solving any questions correctly in A, B, C, and D respectively. So for A, you are given 2 marks. For B, you are given 3 marks per question. For C, 5, and for D, 6. Now the following table provides information about the marks obtained by each candidate in different sections as a percentage of the total marks obtained by them in the test. Okay, so let's say if A got 100 marks total in the test, so 34%, that means 34 marks were obtained by section A, 18 by B, 20 by C, and 28 by D. Okay, now assume the marks are awarded if and only if a candidate solves the question correctly. That means you will be either given full marks or you won't be given any marks at all, right? So we cannot get 1 out of 2 or 2 out of 3. So you'll get 2 out of 2 or 3 out of 3 or 5 out of 5 or 6 out of 6. Okay, so now we know the information about the individual breakup amongst the section of the total score of a person. We don't know the exact marks of a total of a person, right? And we don't even know the total marks of the exam. So let's have a look at the question and we'll see accordingly how to go about it. The first question says, what can be the minimum aggregate marks obtained by Rohan, Tarun, and Anup together in the recruitment test? In order to find out the minimum marks, since this is given in percentage, let's assume for Rohan, the total marks obtained by him was 100. So in first section, he got 34. In second section, he got 18. In third section, he got 20. And in fourth section, he got 28. Now, in order to get 34 marks in section 1A, you know, one question gives you 2 marks. So he would have attempted 17 questions. In order to get 18 marks in section B, you would have attempted 6 questions because 6 is 18, right? In order to get 20 marks in section C, you would have attempted 4 questions. And now in order to get 28 marks in section D, so you have to attempt 28 by 6, that is 14 by 3 questions. Now you cannot attempt a question half, or you can even not, you cannot even score marks which is not a whole number. So there's a flaw in the assumption that he got a total of 100 marks. This flaw can be removed if only in one way, if we multiply this 100 by 3, because that way the number of questions coming here 14 by 3, this 3 will go away. So the minimum marks obtained by Rohan would have been 300. Now for Tarun, let's check again. So let's take it as 100. So for 32 marks, 16. For 18 marks, 6. For 20 marks, 4. And for 30 marks, 5. So we can see that he has attempted all the questions as whole numbers, right? And 100 on 100, it is coming out to be true. Now we need to see if all these numbers are co-prime or not, because if here instead of 5, it would have been 4. So we can again divide it by 2. So the total marks would have been again divided by 2. Right, but since all the 4 are not co-prime to are co-prime to these 4 values, they are co-prime to each other because 5 is not divisible by any one of them. So minimum marks obtained possible is only 100. So this person will get 100. Now for Anup, let's assume total marks to be 100. So for 50 questions, he would have attempted 50 marks, 25 questions, 100 marks, again 10 by 3, 15 marks. 3 questions and 25 marks, 25 by 6. Now again, there's a flaw in the assumption. In order to remove the flaw, we have to multiply this by 6 so that this can be removed. And of course, this will also be removed. So minimum marks obtained by Anup will be 100 into 6, that is 600. So the total minimum marks obtained by all of them will be 600 plus 100 plus 300, that will be 1000. Now, let's have a look at the additional information. The aggregate marks obtained Rohan, Tarun, and Anup is 1900. And marks obtained by Rohan is not less than marks obtained by Anup. Okay, so the total score they are getting is 1900. Rohan, Tarun, and Anup. Okay. So let's find out the possibility of getting 1900 on the basis of these scores. And we know that Rohan did not get less marks than Anup. Okay, so Anup's score is, let's say 600. Let's make cases. We have to find out the total is, put the total as 1900 as given in the additional information. So Anup's minimum possible score is 600. So Rohan's minimum possible score will also be 600 because it has to be a multiple of 300 and not less than Anup's. So it will be 600. So in that case, Tarun will be getting 700 to make it 1900. This is case 1. In second case, we cannot increase Anoop's marks, because if we do it, so this will become 1200, and Rohan also has to be 1200 in that case, because Rohan cannot get lesser marks than Anoop, and 1200 plus 1200 will give you 2400, which is not possible because you have to have 1900 here. So Anoop will get 600 anyways. Now we can increase marks of Rohan, because Rohan was getting equal to or more than Anoop. He cannot score less than Anoop. So next possible score for Rohan can be 900, and in this case Tarun's score will become 400, and total will be 1900. Now again, case 3, Anoop will be getting 600, and we can again increase the score of Rohan by 300, so it will become 1200, and in this case Tarun will get 100. So these are the 3 possible cases on the basis of the addition information. Now let's try to find out the answers. The difference between the marks obtained by Anoop in section C and D. In either of the cases, Anoop is getting 600 marks. So difference between C and D is of 25 and 15, that is 10%. And 10% of 600 is 60. So in any case, answer will be 60. Now, the next question says, if the marks obtained by Tarun is less than the marks obtained by Anoop, then which of the following may possibly be the marks obtained by Rohan in recruitment test? Now, Tarun is getting lesser marks than Anoop. So this is happening in second and third case. But Tarun is getting lesser marks than Anoop. Then which of the following may possibly be the marks obtained by Rohan? So Rohan can either get 900 or get 1200. And looking at the options, we have only 900 here. So the answer to this question will be 900. Last one, which of the following cannot be the marks obtained by Tarun in section B? So for Tarun, we have 3 possible scores, 700, 400 and 100. Right? And this question comes in the additional information. So in section B, Tarun gets 18% marks. So the 3 possibilities are 18% of 700 or 18% of 400 or 18% of 100. So 18% of 700 is 126. So this is a possible mark. 18% of 400 is 72. This is also a possible mark. And 18% of 100 is 18. This is also possible. So 36 is something which is not possible.